Bandeyam Shri Guru Shiyata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vidamscha Om Ajnana Timarandasya Gyanajana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gaurva Bhistam Supurakam Gurganara Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samastaveda Nipanam Shirupa Patanagam Govindabhidam Ujwalam Varatanam Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Bande Vishwagurun Shah Divyat Bhagavat Prem Noe Bija Pranam Devam Divyatanum Suchandavaranam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadekavaranam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Bandetam Shubhanam Madeka Sharanam Yashishwara Sridharam Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Pranayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratabhishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is Adi-lila chapter 10, the branches of the Chaitanya tree. Text number 65. Shri Vijay Das Nam Prabhura Akarya Prabhure Aneka Puti Diache Likiya. Shri Vijay Das, the 27th branch, another of the Lord's chief singers, gave the Lord many books written by hand. Ratnabahu Boli Prabhu Twila Taranam Akinshana Prabhura Priya Krishnadasanam. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave Vijay Das the name Ratnabahu, jewel-handed, because he copied many manuscripts for him. The 28th branch was Krishnadas, who was very dear to the Lord. He was known as Akinchana Krishnadas. Akinchana means one who possesses nothing in this world. Kolavecha Sridhar Prabhur Priyadas Jahasane Prabhu Kore Nitya Parihas. The 29th branch was Sridhar, a trader in banana tree bark. He was a very dear servant of the Lord. On many occasions, the Lord played jokes on him. Sridhar was a poor Brahmin who made a living by selling banana tree bark to be made into cups. Most probably, he had a banana tree garden and collected the leaves, skin, and pulp of the banana trees to sell daily in the market. He spent 50% of his income to worship the Ganges, and the balance he used for his subsistence. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started his civil disobedience movement in defiance of the Qazi, Sridhar danced in jubilation. The Lord used to drink water from his water jug, an iron water jug. Sridhar presented a squash to Sachi Devi to cook before Lord Chaitanya took sannyas. Every year he went to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri. According to Kavi Karnapur, Sridhar was a cowherd boy of Vrindavan whose name was Kushuma Sava. In his Gauraganadesh Deepika it is stated, Kolaveja Taya Khyata Pandita Sridharo Dvija Asid Braje Hashyakaro Yo Namna Kushama Sava. The cowherd boy known as Kushama Sava in Krishna Lila later became Kolavecha Sridhar during Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Lila at Navadip. Prabhu Jara Nityaloy Dora Mocha Pao Jara Puta Loha Patre Prabhur Pita Jao. Every day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu jokingly snatched fruits, flowers, and pulp from Sridhar and drank from his broken iron pot. Prabhura Ati-priya-dasha Bhagavan Pandita Jaradehe Krishna Purve Hoila Adhisthita. The 30th branch was Bhagavan Pandit. He was an extremely dear servant of the Lord, but even previously, he was a great devotee of Lord Krishna who always kept the Lord within his heart. Jagadish Pandita Ara Hiranya Mahashai Jare Kripa Koila Bhauye Prabhu Doyamoy. The 31st branch was Jagadish Pandit, and the 32nd was Hiranya Mahashai, unto whom Lord Chaitanya in his childhood showed his causeless mercy. E duigare Prabhu ekadashi dine Vishnura Naivedya Mage Koila Apane. In their two homes, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu begged food on the Ekadasi day and personally ate it. Prabhur Padu Yadui Purushottama Sanjay Vyakarane Dui Sishya Dui Mahashai. The 33rd and 34th branches were the two students of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu named Purushottama and Sanjay, who were stalwart students in grammar. They were very great personalities. Vanamali Pandit Saka Vikyata Jagate Sonara Mushala Hala Dekila Prabhu Hate. Vanamali Pandit, the 35th branch of the tree, was very much celebrated in this world. He saw a golden club and plow in the hands of the Lord. Vanamali Pandit saw Lord Chaitanya in the ecstasy of Balaram. Sri Chaitanya Ati-priya Buddhimandakan Ajanma Agyakwari Teho Sebaka Pradhan. The 36th branch, Buddhimandakan, was extremely dear to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was always prepared to carry out the Lord's orders, and therefore he was considered to be a chief servant of the Lord. Sri Buddhimandakan was one of the inhabitants of Navadip. He was very rich, and it is he who arranged for the marriage of Lord Chaitanya with Vishnupriya, the daughter of Sanatan Mishra, who was the priest of the local zamindar. He personally defrayed all the expenses for the marriage ceremony. When Lord Chaitanya was attacked by Vayu Vyadi, derangement of the air within the body, Buddhimantakan paid for all requisite medicines and treatments to cure the Lord. He was the Lord's constant companion in the Kirtan movement. He collected ornaments for the Lord when he played the part of the goddess of fortune in the house of Chandrasekhar Acharya. He also went to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when he was staying at Jagannath Puri. Garuda Pandit Loy Shriman Garuda Pandita Loy Shri Nama Mangal Nama Bole Visha Jare Na Korilaba. Garuda Pandit, the 37th branch of the tree, always engaged in chanting the auspicious name of the Lord. Because of the strength of this chanting, even the effects of poison could not touch him. Garuda Pandit was once bitten by a poisonous snake, but the snake's poison could not affect him because of his chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Gopinath Sima Egg Chaitanya Das Akrura Boli Prabhu Jari Koila Parihas. Gopinath Sima, the 38th branch of the tree, was a faithful servant of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Lord jokingly addressed him as Akrura. Actually, he was Akrura, as stated in the Gaur-Ganadesh Deepika. Bhagavat Devananda Prakeshwara Kripate Bhagavatera Bhakti Artha Paila Prabhu Hoite. Devananda Pandit was a professional reciter of Srimad Bhagavatam, but by the mercy of Brakeshwara Pandit and the grace of the Lord, he understood the devotional interpretation of the Bhagavatam. In the Chaitanya Bhagavat Madhya Kanda, chapter 21, it is stated that Devananda Pandit and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's father, Visharada, lived in the same village. Devananda Pandit was a professional reciter of Srimad Bhagavatam, but Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not like his interpretation of it. In the present town of Navadip, which was formerly known as Kulia, Lord Chaitanya showed such mercy to him that he gave up the Mayavadi interpretation of Srimad Bhagavatam and learned how to explain Srimad Bhagavatam in terms of bhakti. Formerly, when Devananda was expounding the Mayavadi interpretation, Srivas Thakur was once present in his meeting, and when he began to cry, Devananda's students drove him away. Some days later, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed that way, and when he met Devananda, he chastised him severely because of his Mayavad interpretation of Srimad Bhagavatam. At that time, Devananda had little faith in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as an incarnation of Lord Krishna. But one night, sometime later, Bhakreshwara Pandit was a guest in his house, and when he explained the science of Krishna, Devananda was convinced about the identity of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thus he was induced to explain Srimad Bhagavatam according to the Vaishnava understanding. In the Gaura Ganadesh Dipika, it is described that he was formerly Bhagori Muni, the Shabda Pandit who recited Vedic literatures in the house of Nanda Maharaj. Kandabasi Mukundadas, Sri Raghunandana, Naraharidas, Chiranjiva Sulochan, Esa Mashaka, Chaitanya Kripadam, Premafala Fulakore Jahantahadan. Sri Kandavasi Mukunda and his son Raghunandana were the 39th branch of the tree. Narahari was the 40th, and Chiranjiva the 41st, and Sulochana the 42nd. They were all big branches of the all-merciful tree of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. They distributed the fruits and flowers of love of God anywhere and everywhere. Sri Mukundadas was the son of Narayan Das and eldest brother of Narahari Sarkar. His second brother's name was Madhava Das, and his son was named Raghunandana Das. Descendants of Raghunandana Das still live 4 miles west of Katwa in the village named Srikanda, where Raghunandana Das used to live. Raghunandana had one son named Kanai, who had 2 sons, Madan Rai, who was a disciple of Narahari Thakur, and Vamshivadan. It is estimated that at least 400 men descended in this dynasty. All their names are recorded in the village of Srikanda. In the Gaura Ganadesh Dipika, it is stated that the Gopi, whose name was Vrindadevi, became Mukundadas, lived in Srikanda village and was very dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His wonderful devotion and love for Krishna are described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi-lila, chapter 15. It is stated in the Bhakti Ratnakara that Raghunandana used to serve a deity of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Narahari Das Sarkar was a very famous devotee. Lochan Das Thakur, the celebrated author of Sri Chaitanya Mangal, was his disciple. In the Chaitanya Mangal, it is stated that Sri Gadadhar Das and Narahari Sarkar were extremely dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but there is no specific statement regarding the inhabitants of the village of Srikanda. Chiranjiva and Sulochana were both residents of Srikanda, where their descendants are still living. Of Chiranjiva's 2 names, the elder Ramachandra Kaviraj was a disciple of Srinivasacharya and an intimate associate of Narottam Das Thakur. The younger son was Sunanda, and his father-in-law was Damodar Sena Kaviraj. Chiranjiva previously lived on the bank of the Ganges River in the village of Kumaranagar, in the village of Kumaranagar. Let's see. Chiranjiva previously lived on the bank of the Ganges River in the village of Kumaranagar. The Gauradash Dipika states that he was formerly Chandrika in Vrindavan. Kulina Grambasi Satyaraj Ramananda Jadunatha Purushottama Shankar Vidyananda Satyaraj Ramananda Yadunandana Purushottama Shankar and Vidyananda all belonged to the 20th branch. They were inhabitants of the village known as Kulinagram. Vaninatha Vasu Adi Jata Gramilok Sabai Chaitanyara Britya Chaitanyara Pranadan Vaninath Vasu Adi Jata Gramijan Sabai Chaitanya Britya Chaitanya Pradhan. All the inhabitants of Kulinagram village, headed by Vaninath Vasu, were servants of Lord Chaitanya, who was their only life and wealth. Prabhu ko he Kulinagramer jay hoy kurkur se mora priya anya jana rahudura. The Lord said, what to speak of others, even a dog in the village of Kulinagram is my dear friend. Kulinagramera bhagya kahane najai shukara charaya doma seho Krishna gai. No one can describe the fortunate position of Kulinagram. It is so sublime that even sweepers who tend their hogs there also chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. No one can describe the fortunate position of Kulinagram. It is so sublime that even sweepers who tend their hogs there also chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Anupama Vallabha Shirupa Sanatan 18 Saka Briker Paschime Sarvatam. On the western side were the 43rd, 44th, and 45th branches, Sri Sanatan, Shirupa, and Anupama. They were the best of all. Taramajay Rupa Sanatana Borashaka Anupama Jiva Rajendradi Upashaka. Among these branches, Rupa and Sanatan were principal. Anupama, Jiva Goswami, and others, headed by Rajendra, were their sub-branches. So, among these branches, Rupa and Sanatan were principal. Anupama is the younger brother of Rupa and Sanatan. Anupama and Jiva Goswami is the son of Anupama. So his uncles are Rupa and Sanatan, and he's the son of Anupama, the younger brother of Rupa and Sanatan Goswami. Among these branches, Rupa and Sanatan were principal. Anupama, Jiva Goswami, and others, headed by Rajendra, were their sub-branches. Malira Ichaya Saka Bahuta Badila Badiya Paschima Deshas Saba Achadila. By the will of the Supreme Gardener, the branches of Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami grew many times over, expanding throughout the Western countries and covering the entire region. Now, in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, when it's referring to the Western Desh or Western countries, this is places like Maharashtra. Well, it's places specifically like where Vrindavan is, and that's actually considered Western, because you consider how Bengal and Kolkata are east, then Vrindavan is west, and further west you find places like Dwarka and going all the way to Maharashtra and what is now Mumbai. So, by the will of the Supreme Gardener, the branches of Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami grew many times over, expanding throughout the Western countries and covering the entire region. Asindhu Nadi Tira Ara Himalaya, Vrindavana Mathuradi Jata Tirthahoy, extending to the borders of the river Sindhu and the Himalayan mountain valleys. These two branches expanded throughout India, including all the places of pilgrimage such as Vrindavan, Mathura, and Haridwar. Duishakar Prema Fale Sabala Basila Prema Falasvadi Loka Unmata Hoila. The fruits of love of God which fructified on these two branches were distributed in abundance. Tasting these fruits, everyone became mad after them. Paschimera Lok Sab Madhu Anuchar, Paschimar Lok Sab Muda Anachar, Taham Pracharila Dohe Bhakti Sadachar. The people in general on the western side of India were neither intelligent nor well-behaved, but by the influence of Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they were trained in devotional service and good behavior. So we can also think about this. It's referring to the West. We're referring to western side of India. The people in general on the western side of India were neither intelligent nor well-behaved. We can also say, as you go further west, maybe this is true, that people are not intelligent and well-behaved. But by the influence of Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they were trained in devotional service and good behavior. Shastra Drishye Koila Lupta Tirtara Udar Vrindavane Koila Srimurti Sevara Prachar. In accordance with the directions of the revealed scriptures, both Goswamis excavated the lost places of pilgrimage and inaugurated the worship of deities in Vrindavan. Mahaprabhu Priya Britya Raghunatha Das Sarvatyaje Koila Prabhur Paratalebas. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, the 46th branch of the tree, was one of the most dear servants of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami was one of the most dear servants of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He left all his material possessions to surrender completely unto the Lord and live at his lotus feet. Prabhu Samarpila Tare Swarupera Hate Prabhura Gupta Seva Koila Swaruperer Sate Prabhu Samarpila Tare Swarupera Hate Prabhura Gupta Seva Koila Swarupera Sate. When Raghunath Das Goswami approached Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri, the Lord entrusted him to the care of Swarup Damodar. His secretary, Swarup Damodar, the Lord's secretary, they both engaged in the confidential service of the Lord. When Raghunath Das Goswami approached Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at Jagannath Puri, the Lord entrusted him to the care of Swarup Damodar, his secretary. Thus they both engaged in the confidential service of the Lord. Shodasa Vatsara Koila Antaranga Sevan Swarupera Antardani Aila Brindavan. He rendered confidential service to the Lord for 16 years at Jagannath Puri, and after the disappearance of both the Lord and Swarup Damodar, he left Jagannath Puri and went to Vrindavan. Raghunath Das Goswami, after rendering service to the Lord, when both the Lord and Swarup Damodar disappeared from this world, then Raghunath Das went to Vrindavan. He was, it is said that he was thinking he would commit suicide when he got to Vrindavan. Vrindavane Dui Baira Charana Dekiya Govardhane Tyajiba Deho Brigupata Korea. Srila Raghunath Das Goswami intended to go to Vrindavan to see the lotus feet of Rupa and Sanatana and then give up his life by jumping from Govardhan Hill. Aitanya's joy, Kori Aila Vrindavane, Ashi Rupa Sanatanera, Bandila Charane. Thus Srila Raghunath Das Goswami came to Vrindavan, visited Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami and offered them his obeisances. Tabe duibai tare marite Adi-lila nijatritya bai kori nikate rohila. These two brothers, however, did not allow him to die. They separated him as their third brother and kept him in their company. So they accepted Raghunath Das as their third brother. Anupam had already passed away. The father in Anupama was the father of Jiva Goswami, but Rup Sanatan accepted Raghunath Das Goswami as their younger brother. Mahaprabhu or Lila Jata Bahira Antar Duibai Taramuke Shuni Nirantar. Because Raghunath Das was an assistant to Swarup Damodar, he knew much about the external and internal features of the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. Thus the two brothers, Rupa and Sanatan, always used to hear of this from him. Anajal Tyaga Koila Janya. Anajal Tyaga Koila Anya Katan. Paladui Tina Mata Korana Bakan. Raghunath Das Goswami gradually gave up all food and drink but a few drops of buttermilk. So this buttermilk is made after the yogurt is churned to produce. They're getting from that ghee. Then what is left there of the milk will be. It is buttermilk, here it says, and Raghunath, and that's very thin buttermilk because the substance has gone out of the milk, but Raghunath Das used to live by drinking that few drops of buttermilk. He gave up all food. Sahasra dandavat kori loy lakanam dui sahasra vaishnavare nitya paranam. As a daily duty, he regularly offered 1,000 obeisances to the Lord, chanted at least 100,000 holy names, and offered obeisances to 2,000 Vaishnavas. Ratri Dine Radha Krishna Manasa Sevan Prahareka Mahaprabhur Charitra Katan. Day and night he rendered service within his mind to Radha Krishna, and for 3 hours a day he discoursed about the characteristics of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Teen Sandhya Radha Kunde Apatita Snan Brajabasi Vaishnave Kore Alingan. Sri Raghunath Das Goswami took 3 baths daily in the Radhakund lake. As soon as he found a Vaishnav residing in Vrindavan, he would embrace him and give him all respects. Sarda Sapta Prahar Kore Bhaktira Sadane Charidanda Nidra Seho Nahe Kondine. He engaged himself in devotional service for more than 22,000. He engaged himself in devotional service for more than 22.5 hours a day, and for less than 2 hours he slept, although on some days that also was not possible. So he engaged himself for 22.5 hours in devotional service a day, and slept for less than 2 hours, and on some days there was no time for sleeping. Tahara sarana rite shunite chamatkar, say Rupa Raghunath Prabhu Jayamar. I am struck with wonder when I hear about the devotional service he executed. I accept Srila Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami as my guides. Iha savar jaiche hoila prabora milan, age vistariya taha koriba barnan. I shall later explain very elaborately how all these devotees met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Gopala Bhatta Egg, Shaka Sarvatama, Rupa Sanatana Sanghe, Jara Prema Alapan. Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, the 47th branch, was one of the great and exalted branches of the tree. He always engaged in discourses about love of Godhead and in the company of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. So Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami was one of the great and exalted branches of the tree of Mahaprabhu. He always engaged in discourses about love of Godhead in the company of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. Srinatha Pandita Prabhur Kripara Bhajan Jara Krishna Seva Deki Basa Tribhuvan. Srinath Pandit, the 49th branch, was the beloved recipient of all the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everyone in the three worlds was astonished to see how he worshipped Lord Krishna. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes in his Anubhashya, about 1.5 miles from Kumarahata, or Kamarahata, which is a few miles from Calcutta, in a village known as Kanchadapada, which was the home of Shivananda Sen. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur writes in his Anubhashya, about 1.5 miles away from Kumarahata, or Kamarahata, which is a few miles from Calcutta, is a village known as Kanchanapada, which was the home of Sri Shivananda Sen. There he constructed a temple of Sri Gauranga Gopal, or Sri Gaura Gopal. Another temple was established there with Sri Radhakrishna Murtis by Srinath Pandit. The deity of that Pandit is named Sri Krishna Rai. So this is about Srinath Pandit, the 49th branch, was the beloved recipient of the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everyone in the three worlds was astonished to see how he worshipped Lord Krishna. Jagannatha-charya Prabhu Priyadas Prabhura Agyate Deho Koila Ganga Bas. Jagannatha-charya, the 50th branch of the Chaitanya tree, was an extremely dear servant of the Lord, by whose order he decided to live on the bank of the Ganges. Krishnadas Vaidyara Pandita Shekhar Kavichandrara Kirtaniya Shastibar. The 51st branch of the Chaitanya tree was Krishnadas Vaidya. The 52nd was Pandit Shekhar. The 53rd was Kavichandra. And the 54th was Shastibar, who was a great Sankirtan performer. Srinath Mishra, Shubhananda, Sri Ram Mishan, Sri Nidhi, Sri Gopi Kanta, Mishra Bhagavan. The 55th branch was Srinath Mishra. The 56th was Shubhananda. The 57th was Sri Ram. The 58th was Ishan. The 59th was Sri Nidhi. The 60th was Sri Gopi Kanta. And the 61st was Mishra Bhagavan. Subudhi Mishra, Hridayananda Kamalanayan, Mahesha Pandita, Shrikar, Sri Madhusudana. The 62nd branch of the tree was Subhuti Mishra, the 63rd was Hridayananda, the 64th was Kamalanayan, the 65th was Mahesh Pandit, the 66th was Shrikar, and the 67th was Sri Madhusudan. So I'm going to stop at this point. Tomorrow we'll continue with the branches of the Chaitanya tree. Hare Hare Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama
Hare Nama Krishna Jadavaya Namaha
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama
Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra
Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra
Ganadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghunath
Sri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunath
Sri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghunath
H.I. Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan
Nechai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan
Jai Te Vignana Shamista Puran
Jahavaite Vignana Savista Puran
H.I. Gosai Jar Mui Taradan
Nechai Gosai Jar Muritaroda
Tasaba Padarenu Mora Panchagra
Kashavara Pada Renu Mara Panchagra
Tarer Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas
Radhe Charana Shivi Bhakta Shanibas
Janame Janame More Abhilash
Janame Janame More Avidas
H.I. Gosai Jabe Braje Kodabas
Nechai Gosai Jade Brasi Koyabas
Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash
Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakash
Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan
Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Manjayi Aman
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Bhajai Yaman
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriya
Shri Guru Vaishnava Padma Koriya
Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Narata Muda
Harinam Sankirtana Kore Narotamada
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Nita Gora Haribo 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 Haribo
Jai Gaur Hari Bol
Nita Gora Haribo 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 Haribo
Jai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol
Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ju Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Tara Sada Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Tara Sada Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Rakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Bharga Ki Jai. Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhata Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhata Das Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Prem Sigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Harshivasadi Shri Gaurabhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavad Ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shyamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvavaranya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Acharya Brinda Ki Jai. Anantikoti Vaishnava Brinda Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Ram Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Koladvip Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai, Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Govardhan, Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, all the assembled devotees Ki Jai, Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare Bol.
Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.